Happy Monday! During this live, I want to do things a little different. And instead of giving my usual fashion tips, I want to share more about my journey to becoming a personal stylist. So last week, I talked about when I was bitten by the fashion bug. And this week, I'm going to be sharing my journey to becoming a personal stylist. Before we dive in, I'll just give you a quick introduction. I'm Emmeline Chappell, and I'm a certified personal stylist. I have my own company called Emmeline's Personal Styling, and I help busy women elevate their style by discovering a new way of dressing to look luxe for less. So today I want to briefly share how I decided to become a personal stylist. So it's definitely been a journey. So I've been in love with fashion since elementary school. I always knew I wanted to have a career in the fashion industry, but year after year, I changed my fashion occupation and what it would be. So at first I wanted to be a designer and I was gonna name my line cakes, and each collection would be inspired by tasty cake batters and sweet recipes. But I found out early on that I hate sewing and I took a few classes, but I just didn't have the patience for it. So that was out. And then in middle school, I decided I wanted to be a fashion buyer. So I researched the job. I immediately loved the idea of traveling around to find different pieces for a specific brand that I would work for. And then by high school, I started looking at local colleges, and the arts department at VCU had a fashion marketing degree. It was either that or design. So we know I hate to sew, so that was out. So it was just going to be fashion marketing. So I thought, okay, I'll take that. And then in the hopes of maybe that path will lead me into being a fashion buyer. I didn't get in, unfortunately. So after graduation, I took a year at community college and I took like the basic classes that I would need for the fashion marketing degree. I worked so hard. When I tell you, I literally studied and studied 6 days out of the week. I got straight A's. I worked so hard to get those straight A's. I've never gotten straight A's in my life. Oh my gosh. And I was sent the rejection letter before they ever received my transcript. So that was out. I was so bummed. So here I was. I finished my year at community. VCU Arts was too competitive, and all the other colleges that offered that degree were out of state, and that wasn't going to be an option for me. And I remember I was in such a low point in my life anyway at the time. I was battling through a lot of dark times in my personal life. I was confused about my future and I hated my job. Oh my gosh. I was working retail as a sales associate. It was the biggest nightmare. I went home crying probably every night. I remember right after I got the rejection letter, I was looking around on the internet and I found this school that offered color consulting certifications. And I remembered that my mom told me that she had had her colors done like way back in the 80s. And I thought, well, that would be really cool to be able to have that knowledge and discover people's best wardrobe colors. And the school was in Sacramento, but thankfully they offered the program online. So I took the course, got certified, and I decided to quit my job and start my own color consulting business. So that was 2017, and that was the year I started my entrepreneur journey. So I was getting pretty good business. It wasn't panning out how I had hoped. Something felt off. I just wasn't feeling fulfilled, and I was ready for the next step in my business. I remember at the time I was watching this show on Lifetime called Million Dollar Shopper, and it was about these personal wardrobe shoppers who would shop for these extravagant clients in Manhattan, New York. And so I researched more about the personal shopping and I stumbled upon personal styling occupation. After all the years of researching fashion careers when I was growing up, I had heard of a personal stylist, but it didn't really stick out to me until now. I love the idea of working with women and helping them with their wardrobe, shopping for them, and showing them how to dress with confidence. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's it. That's what I want to do. I want to be a personal stylist. So I was able to find a school in Los Angeles that offered an online program on personal styling, and I got certified in 2018, and boom, that was the beginning of my personal styling business. It's funny, when I look back at everything, I thought that I wanted to get a degree in fashion marketing, but my retail job was very similar to the type of industry that I would have been in if I'd gotten that degree. And I absolutely hated that job. So everything worked out the way it was supposed to. I love being a personal stylist. I'm able to bring in my creativity, my love for fashion, and I get to help women feel confident in their clothes. I absolutely love it. So that is my journey of becoming a personal stylist. If you have any questions about this video, please leave a comment down below or send me a direct message and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Or if you would like any help with your wardrobe or your personal style, please reach out through my website. Thank you so much and I'll see you next time.